Greetings everyone, welcome to my 100% playthrough of Doom on the Nightmare difficulty, plus 100% the items. This is E4M8, Onto the Cruel. And here it is, the final level of episode 4. Quite underwhelming, but the beginning is, well, as you can see, very hit scanner heavy. I'll just show myself to get into infights and then I'll go for the chain gun. And then pray that they kind of leave me alone. So here we go. Chain gun them to death. So far so good. Get the red key and the rocket launcher. I will reveal the Baron early on. So he moves away from the switch as I play the map normally. Then we've got some shotgunners here. And also the plasma. And our little treasure room over here with a berserk here, that's an item. The supercharge, that's an item. And there's also light goggles somewhere here. That's an item. Don't ask me why it's there, but it is. Okay, and now we win. We have 600 cells. We have a lot of rockets. I can grab more, I think. Oh yeah, see? There's another box here. You know what? Let's go for it. You never know. And you get a mega armor, so we're fully stacked. And there's another item to collect. Down here. Gotta get past some barons. Actually, we can just skip them. Here's supercharge, but let's go back. Behind the yellow key there's a teleporter which brings us to a potion's ability, which is actually nice to have as we're going back to the starting area with all the hit scanners. So here it is. Time to plasma. Oh, Kakuriman is here. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna plasma every freaking thing. But first press this switch. And also review this Baron. And yeah, just plasma. Something's blocking me, Spectre. I hope no hit scanner spawns in front of me as I do this. No, I'm safe. I'm good. Press this switch, and now for the most pathetic final boss ever. This Spider Mastermind is gonna end up infighting. And as she's busy, I will just grab this thing over here. Fire it like 3 times. Or 4, because the door closed. Oh no, I'm good. And yeah, that's it. That's the final map of episode 4. Thankfully, a breather. Don't have to stress about this map. And yeah, that's it. That's Ultimate Doom on Nightmare difficulty. All secrets, where applicable, and all items, and at least 100% the kills. And most importantly, 100% of the chainsaws. Wow. What a mouthful. Yeah, thankfully easy level, but definitely not an easy experience to get all together. Episode 4. You know what, let's go through the episodes in order. So episode 1, you had E4M8, considered tricky, but I got really good at it. I had no trouble with it whatsoever. E4M9 was definitely the hardest map of episode 1, that took me the most amount of attempts. And also the most amount of practice. I really needed like good strategies for that one and a good route. And in the end, I think I did pretty well. Then there's E4M5, can be tricky, where the yellow door lift is with the pinkies that can block you if you want to go down. E4M6 has annoying items, and that's pretty much it. Oh no, the final room is really difficult too. Yeah, the final room is very nasty with all the pinkies and specters just running towards you as you are pretty much stuck in a small corner where the switch is. E4M7, similar items can be easily forgotten, and I did. But thankfully I managed to backtrack and survive, which was very nice. And then there's E4M8, where only the beginning can be tricky, because the pinkies don't always die. due to the barrels. And then there's episode 2. You could say items are tricky, but honestly, I had a much better experience with items than episode 1. And the only really tricky map in episode 2, I would say, is E4M8. E4M6, I did practice quite a bit. So again, I had a good route, and yeah, I only died once. But I'm sure if you don't practice as much as I did, it's gonna be one hell of a map. It's claustrophobic, there's pinkies and barons everywhere, it's really bad. Then there's episode 3. Well, of course, you have E4M4. Has horrible item placement because of all these optional rooms filled with enemies. And let me think. Yeah, that's it. Episode 3 is definitely the easiest episode, but has quite a peak in difficulty in E4M4. And I could maybe E4M2 as well, if you don't route properly. But episode 4 is the hardest, without a doubt. You have E4M1, which is almost a dice roll. Whether or not you survive, you just gotta really hope the shotgunners either miss you, hit you with low damage rolls, or yeah, it's horrible. Or you need to anticipate where shotgunners will respawn or something. But it's tough, but at least it's short. E4M2 has the difficult jump and the BFG grab through the wall, which also needs a bit of practice, but it's not too terrible. But the jump from the BFG grab to the medikit staircase to the cavernous area is tough, which I only failed once, thankfully, but during practice I had a hard time doing that. And yeah, then there's of course E4M6, which I already explained why it's really difficult. No armor, verticality is insane, Cacodemons blocking you everywhere, shotgunners respawning every single time, hitting you for 45 damage, and a lot of backtracking through the central area. So yeah, that's Ultimate Doom. The next video is most likely gonna be the outtakes, compiled into a single video. So all the outtakes you've seen at the end of each run, I will compile into one video, and yeah, just a nice little throwback into all the maps where I failed at least once. And after that, we're gonna start probably Doom 2. I'm not making any promises, because I'm recording this on, let me check my phone, on the 23rd of January. I recorded all these maps in bulk. They're really short and somewhat easy to record. E4M6 took me an evening, like 1 hour of recording. But most of these maps I did in a single evening. Unless I had many outtakes, then it took me more than one. So it's now 23rd of January. I'm probably gonna schedule this somewhere in February, maybe 20-something of February, I don't know. So maybe my mind will change what I'm gonna do after Ultimate Doom. Maybe I'll do Sigil, I don't know. Maybe I will Doom 2, I don't know. Doom 2 for sure, but immediately after Ultimate Doom, I don't know yet. So, no promises, but well, Doom 2 I will promise, but maybe I will do something else first, I'll see. Definitely nightmare stuff. Okay, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Doom 2 I think is gonna be harder than Ultimate Doom. And yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. Alright guys, thank you all so much for sticking around. Recording stuff for Nightmare is really difficult because you need to like rush through the maps. You cannot really narrate that well. But I got a lot of supportive comments saying that it's really fun to watch, even if it's like fast-paced, and I don't give that many insightful comments a lot. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed, and I hope the next project is gonna be as fun as this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys then, and enjoy your day.